And obviously to make solar panels you're going to need silicon, but our planet has none currently. So we need to start working towards the solar panels. So we're going to research the universe exploration. And this is essentially going to be 25 minutes, that one lot. And this will basically show all of our system which planet will have titanium and silicon, because this has absolutely zero, except for what the rare pieces that you can mine out of a rock. Right there, you see 7 titanium. So you only get tiny amounts occasionally from rocks. Meanwhile, we're going to be setting up a oil refinery. Or we can turn stone into silicon. Okay, so we can turn our stone factory into a silicon area. Although it's pretty expensive, so you probably should find ores as soon as possible. But at least to get started, that should work well. Yeah, so we need quite a bit of steel for the refinery. So copper plates go into here to automate the production of rings. This is making steel. So half of what doesn't get used up here gets put into steel. Otherwise it goes straight into here. But as you can see, we've got a big supply for this. But this is not producing fast. But what I have read is these are stackable, apparently. So what I might do to speed it up is do that. As you can see, you need 6 silicon ingots. So you can stack it number 3. So we've got 2 researching, and this is making 2 at a time. Or it's going twice as fast, I'm not sure. But yeah, now we should have like double the speed of making the QBs. And meanwhile, actually, yeah, it might be worth making a splitter. Yeah, let's do it. Produce 1 splitter. One storage. And 1 knock assembler. Oh, it's just we're in the wireless thing. Okay, so it is actually a relatively big thing. Right, so we go.
Splitter with 4 directions. It can split the passing cargo or balance the cargo on multiple conveyor belts. The splitting speed depends on the conveyor belt speed. Use the tab key to switch between different styles, and click it to set priorities and filters.
Yeah. If we turn this storage, new storage. And then you get the fast storage in. Stone, glass, brick, stone, storage here. Then we get a fast thing to move this into storage, so it splits off the stone into just stone, and this, which will be used for brick and glass. There we go. I mean, we've got a little bit of silicon ore. So we might as well turn that into some silicon bars. Anyway, so that should give us at least a backup storage of stone that will turn into silicon when needed. But we need to start working towards the ore factories. 6 plasma, so that's probably going to need glass. There we go. So yeah, copper ore goes from here all the way up into here, smelts into copper bars. Iron does similar goes to here. The iron then gets split technically by just normal grabbers. This is just a storage box, and then because there's so much backlog, it's going straight into here to turn part of this. Wahey. So
Now, you can try to view the whole planetary system and and even the entire
So this
cluster
turns into
by clicking the
magnets.
star map button in the lower left
Then
corner of the
that
screen.
goes into here, which turns it into electromagnets, which go back into this box, and then the electromagnets get pulled out, shoved into this machine, which is just the storage. But it also gets pulled out of here into the matrix lab, where it will make the cubies going back into the storage. Meanwhile, down here the copper and the iron gets turned into circuit boards. Right now we don't have an urgent need of circuit boards, so we don't have them backlogged anywhere. So instead what I've done is just have them pumped straight into here, and obviously this is our research cube. Right, can't do that. Maximum speed not too big. Inventory capacity. +1 mining. We don't really need that right now. Construction drains. Yeah. We're not doing massive construction right now, so we can probably leave that until a little later. Unlocks Mecha Flight. Definitely worth that. We don't need coal. So we'll just use manual research for that, I think. Oh, I see. This can only research when it uses the mech cubes. Anyway. So, certain things you have to manually research. Anyway, right now we're going to work on crude oil refinery. Okay. So, collectible hydrogen and deuterium, which we can technically get from our planet. Gibber 1, Nubis silicon, mostly titanium, and lava. So probably, yeah, either Gibber 4 is probably our best one so far. Anyway. Oil extractor, as you can see, it can't go anywhere except for here. We'll rotate it so the point is down towards the, yeah.
This facility will produce multiple products. To divide them, you need to set a filter on the sorter. You can use Tab or the arrow keys on the right side of the keyboard to quickly set the filter when building the sorter.
There we go. Alright, oop. Okay. Oh. Gotcha. So obviously we don't want the power just here because we want to make sure it's all connected up. Let's go with some fast sorters. go straight into the tank. But at the same time, because I don't know if it needs a specific fuel, we're gonna just have a box for now. Oh, arrow keys are this. Yep, hydrogen and refined oil. Right. So now we need to start working on a power system. Even if it's just on its own for now. Yep, so that's now filling up with deuterium and this is filling up with oil. Obviously we can connect it up to the main power grid in a second. Right now, yeah, probably needs about 2 turbines to sustain it, which is just a bit more iron, which we can do, especially since we're next to an iron factory. Yep. Oh well. 3 power generating means we can just charge up the rest of them. Anyway. So we need to basically get some coal and then we go for the magnetic coils. I might as well hook it up to the main grid. So yeah, now we're getting like 90% overall, but it does include hooking up all these other ones. So it's everything's at roughly an average of 80. Meanwhile, we've got coal right here, which we can start working on mining. You know what? I think I will. I'll just figure out this. Production. One mining machine. One. Wait, is that? We don't want that assembler. We want storage. Wait, was that storage? Oh, it was a storage. There you go. So right now we're just separating it until we know we need specific things for specific like uses. Alright, right now that's just on. So now we've got coal going, we've got oil, so we need 150 for this, plus 60 to that, and then that should give us basic flight. Because we basically need to get to other planets too, to get the silicon and titanium. So, if we go to here, we don't need all that, plus all of these, giving us a nice backlog of yeah, this is going to give us a backlog of hydrogen. I wonder if storage can stack as well. I'm going to try it. Because if you can sort of double it up by doubling the storage, fair enough. Otherwise, there's probably some other, like, bigger storage unit that can make. Ah, you can stack it, but it looks like it might not connect. But we'll find out later on. Either way, we've got 2 stacks of deuterium ready. This actually quick experiment. Let's just stick it here for now. Yeah, so I can't put it in because it's not a liquid, so fair enough. There we go, everything's researching. Next we'll probably go we definitely need to do something about getting into space, because once we get like the satellite chargers and the satellite solar collectors and whatever, that'll probably be getting us quite a bit. Yeah. Let's make a core too. Let's do energy circuit. Can't do that now. Anyway, to the tech. Get faster conveyor belt. Bigger storage. But it costs steel. Interplanetary logistics, which is drones. Yeah, that's gonna be expensive. Titanium, it's red. Crystal smelting, which needs the red. Photon conversion, which turns. I'm guessing that's some sort of silicon. The gemstones or whatever. And that will give you this, which will give us solar sails, an EM rail ejector. So that's needed for solar sail sending. You can now fly.
You have received the ability to fly. Double-click the space key to lift off, and then use the arrow keys to control mecha movement. The moving speed will increase by 150%, with more energy consumed under flight mode. Pressing the Alt key can return the mecha to the ground during the flight.
Yeah, we should probably go basic chemical for sulfuric acid, plastics. Because that's the superconductors. Although X-ray cracking would be pretty cool, but you need basic chemicals for that. Hydrogen fuel rod is red. Again, what was the thing that makes red crystal? Energy matrix, that was it. This one. So you can see you can get space in here, but it's not very good. And also it's going to drain us. get another stack of 100. Now we just need 60. That'll get me a better power core, or a recharge faster, or whatever it's called. Yeah. Generally, once we hit level 2, we need red cores. So, depending on how much it costs for all red cores, we might have to red cores, graphite, and helium. Okay, we can make those pretty cheap. So probably, yeah, we turn like here into the graphite production. Gonna move that. There we go. So this is going to be the graphite production area, and because you've got the helium, you've got that, and then you'll have like what's gonna call it? A research thing holding reds. There we go, now it's going to start filling in manually without me. Okay, we're going to have to recharge. And technically it's draining all the power, but I should be recharging faster now. Which obviously does put a pause on everything because I'm draining all the stuff. Like I have to do. So what we need to do is, first off we need graphite, and we're going to do the cheap version of that, although the other version does get you extra hydrogen, but right now we just need cheap nasty graphite. So that is melting. And it's a bit of iron. So melt up. I'll get graphite. Then you need the assembler to combine the graphite and the helium to make the cubes. That goes into storage, and then the matrix lab. Okay. So if I've got it right, that there. So first one in. That's the helium. Then you've got helium. Smeltery goes in. And it's making graphite. Helium's in here. Oh wait, I've got two on me. Okay. Well then this can be picked up. So assembler goes there. Okay. If I put it there, that'll be in the middle, so it can grab from both directions there. You can make right. Making a research. Oh, that was it. In which case, storage, research. So you go to research mode, you can go into production mode. Yeah, that can recharge one for now. One. Three will do. And then that's going to be eating our egg, but we also want... It might be good to have a buffer, but... screw it. We're going to be using that for eggs most of the time anyway. Okay, well that's going to work. So, if I'm right, this is producing graphite, which will then get dumped into this storage. Helium gets dumped into this storage. Although this is more sort of a backup storage. Filter helium. There we go. And then this will bridge out here. So this is going to start filling up once I set it to production mode. Meanwhile, this will just have a backlog of all my nuggets. And while that's slowly smelting, this is going to be filling up with iron and coal and whatnot. That's going to be backlogged in helium. And obviously, as this gets used up, the helium, it'll start giving me the liquid capacity for that. I'm not sure if there's a gas tank as well. But yeah, all that plant matter is now getting burnt down. 15 research. Let's speed it up a little bit by just grabbing that last 10. So I can manually research. There we go. Just to help speed things up a bit. Exactly. There we go. You've unlocked red code. Okay, hydrogen fuel rod, probably pretty good, but we should probably work towards solar things first. Uh, Power, which needs high strength and energy storage. So we'll go to titanium smelt. Yeah, titanium smelt. There we go. That is producing red. And this is going... Hopefully it's a case of it doesn't need both, it just needs one. Otherwise I'm definitely going to have to... There we go. Fine. Looks like it doesn't want to play it like that. You know what? Great, we'll just do it this way. Research. Double it up. Make it into a super red matrix machine. And then we'll have an output. So I'll just be dumping it into a chest I can just pick up manually for now. And dumping to another factory. There we go. So as it dumps it all out. It's a bit annoying, but oh well. If that's the case, we're going to need to get up the high efficiency logistics here so we can get drones going. So that'll be the next one. Because then you can have like a big central location that you can sort of send the logistics from. So obviously go logistics and titanium. We can't get titanium yet, but we can at least smelt the stuff we pick up. Logistics, that's going to need polymers. Steel, titanium, plasma by looks of things. Yeah, so that's gonna need lots of this like thrusters and whatever that's down here. Yeah, supermagnetic field generators, magnetic particle traps, satellite distribution system, definitely towards that. That needs yellow blue. But if we can get the drones going, we might be able to set up a system where all the factories are in one area and we just redo the whole thing. And what I mean by that is, obviously this is just our stone production, glass production and whatever, but then you have like the mines here just dumped straight into like a super smeltery or something. sphere components, so I'm guessing that's used later on to like build your Dyson sphere. Quantum printing is the assembly machine Mark 3. Yeah, so basically that's for like super printing. Okay. So we need processors to unlock for high speed. Information matrix purple. We need yellow for that. Mini fusion power generator. So that needs deuterium spheroids, which is high grade steel plus fusion things. So hydrogen is deuterium. So either it's saying there's only a 5% chance of getting deuterium and it just burns through it, or it keeps going through. But yeah, definitely looks like we need processors coming up. So we definitely need those superconductors. Yeah, it's only 30, might as well. And it unlocks deuterium. Get all the basic heaps of just green. Okay. Okay, water tank's getting good. I mean, right now it's just sitting there doing nothing, so it's not. There we go. That's another 60. Ah, so they're both making, and because it counts as one building, it all comes out at the same time. So this is essentially making 2 rigged QBs every minute or whatever. We should probably get our power supply going, or cut it off. Let's see, if we cut it off here, that actually uses power. Okay, we definitely need to get some sort of power generators going. Meanwhile, it's slowly eating through our hydrogen supply. And oil going up. Let's see. Deuterium, hydrogen, production 10, consumption 20. So we're probably going to run out of hydrogen at some point. All our oil instantly gets used, but that's fine. Another 50 to work through. So yeah, once we get logistics systems, we can probably clean up a lot of this building area and like redo it from the start. But I'll probably do that later once I make sure that I've got enough logistics and whatnot. Because as you can see from the map, the coal and the stone and whatever are completely all over the place. So obviously that's good there for making graphite and crude oil to make the raid. but then you need the red to go to like a central facility where it will just be jammed into a single machine rather than like over here, where this is making blues. So you'll need a transport to turn the reds and the blues into like a central location fast. So that would probably be where the drones would come in handy. Just drop off a stack of red, stack of blue, and it will all go into a big machine. We go to view. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 plus the sun. So we're on 3. 2 is a gas giant, which we orbit. 1's a lava planet, which is pretty good for titanium, but not very good for silicon. And 4 is, again, similar but it's better for silicon. And it's also got fire ice, which allows to produce graphene and hydrogen molecules. So it might be worth going to the ice planet. Unless, yeah, so we've got crude oil on here, which is like the unique thing to this planet. That's just gas to fight Virginia deuterium. And 1 is just very good for solar because it's orbiting so close. But other than that, it's mostly for iron, copper, and titanium. Let's see if we can. Okay, we can't fly out to space, we can only go to like orbit levels. Which is fine. Almost there. We definitely want like a nuclear reactor or something going so that we can like supercharge our power. Or like a big solar array or something like that. But I don't think we can yet. Yeah, as soon as it goes deuterium, and it goes mini fusion, and that's the best option we've got. Not counting like solar satellites. So either we have to make like a solar array type thing. Strange matter has brain. Ah, that's the wolf engine. Particle collider. Deuterium. Ah, so until we can get the particle collider, we've only got a 0.5% chance of it happening, but it only costs 1. Or you can guarantee 10 for 5 deuterium, but it's basically only comes from the particle collectors. Structure. rods, which means we have to go down polymer. So either that's how you technically get the oil plus hydrogen equals graphite plus extra hydrogen. Yeah, I think we're probably going to have to go hydrogen fuel rods inside a burning chamber. And then that might produce enough power, but obviously it's not very efficient. Oh well. 41 left. Last 5. Oh. Right. Last 5 and then it's on to 100. Oh, we could probably do that. One more. And we go. Right, now we just have to get the like 100 left. So I sit in the power thing, sucking it up, just so that we've got fast reduction going. Now we've also got road, we can access the special upgrades as well, like the mech core. Can't do that until level 2, and it obviously costs a lot, but it shows you the light speed. Like, this is enough for what we need now. We're not going out to get our thing. We need drive, which is that, but that needs mech core. So if drive engine basically gives us the ability to fly in space, we definitely want to go that way. Yeah, it seems warp is, this is how you can go to, this is just to speed up so you don't have to spend like an hour between planets or whatever. Boost solar cell light would probably be good.
The data shows this is a planet without natural titanium veins. Perhaps you can get some by collecting gravel. If you need a massive titanium collection, you need to find a planet rich with titanium veins as soon as possible.
Boost the mining speed in F14, which would be good when you get up to like here and things. Universe matrix. Research spere needs information room, which is the purple stuff. Okay. I mean, that does need blues for now for the low tier stuff. Right. So next is going to be thermal power, which is this blues. That's going to be just blues. That I think is reds. No, chemicals just blues. So the next 3 is going to be just blues, so we should be fine. I have to hang that. And then, oh yeah, all 4 of these are all just blues, and that will finish it off. aiming for the logistics system so that we can basically automate tier 2 research, because we can have the drone fly to what it requires thrusters. So we need to start working down here, but we also want this. Right. So yeah, it's gonna. Okay, so if we're gonna say this is a thruster research area, that's all red. So at least when we get to thruster point, we can just clear this one down and have this as just a thruster research station for now. Oh shit, it's actually ran out of hydrogen. That's why it's so slow now. I mean, it's not burning through the coal too bad, so that's fine. So it might be worth using assembler to split it into the superhydrogen plus graphite. And then you can use the one graphite and the one hydrogen from that X-ray machine, and that should probably work for optimizing reg. Unless it's crude oil plus. What was it? Oh, a minute. X-ray fracking. And crack the refined oil into some more hydrogen. So essentially you'll be turning refined oil into graphite and more hydrogen. So it might be worth to do it that long run rather than this system. But we'll find out later on. I mean, we can't really do much until we get red going by production. So, we either need to make another oil production for red. Crude oil, coal, crude oil. But yeah, 80. But yeah, we definitely need to get the red production going at full capacity. It might be the case of we just have to I mean, I got an idea. I might set up another red area where that crude oil is, where it will be just oil converted into gas and oil, then those will be combined into X-ray to make graphite and even more hydrogen. You know what, we can start doing it here. Now there's also coal relatively close, but okay, so we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So, oil extractor, oil refinery, which we need probably glass. Take a little bit of everything. That'd be the easy option. So as you can see here, it's backed up because this is fully maxed out now, and so is the rock area. Oil refinery. So if we tell it to start dumping this direction, right, so that will go straight from oil I mean, this is for the future because right now we can't make this except for graphite and whatever. Soon we'll have the X-ray cracking, which we can technically use oil goes into crude and hydrogen. Yeah, we'll move it towards this area. probably also make... Yeah. Luckily, there'll be a small backup of red QBs once we've finished this one, because all of this is blues only. Where's that X-ray cracker? X-ray crack, there we go. 400 QBs. Worth it long run. Because that will mean we don't have to rely too much. Fill crude oil. Oh wait, that's refined oil. Refined oil, there we go. One more red and we're done. And we're done, right. Now we don't have to do that and we can back up until... That's probably another like half an hour to an hour of research backed up of just blues, which will be sorted out by the thing over there, which will give us a nice backup of reds. And then we'll work on the cracking, because it turns out that we've probably set up a more efficient system using X-ray cracking. I'm not sure, but it's worth a try. And then you go storage of a box. Where's those? There it is. Boom. Door hydrogen. seems to be burning through all smelteries, and like it's a little low on. That's good, because it means it's not burning through all of our iron. Stick that there for now, and that will give us an energy charger from up here. There we go. So yeah, that's now going to be filling up with crude oil, and this is going to be filling up with hydrogen. And then I'll have to check what the crack rate needs. X-ray cracking. Refining facility. So I might need another oil refinery to basically refine it into. If that's the case, fair enough. And that way this will go in here, and it will pump out, let's say, over here, or down here. And then this will be a red cube factory. I'm going to keep it separate slightly from this, because this is going to be like a more future optimized thing, whereas over here is just my everything as I built it, and then none of it like optimized properly and whatnot. Okay, well, let's stand in the power for a little bit. We can charge up, then it can make our research go fast. So that will give us a burnable generator, so we can start filling it with wood, coal, or any other bit. That these are just for like getting rid of them, but also it means we can start like leveling out areas, making it flatter, to like so we can get rid of these puddles like here, and then stick something else on it. I'm not sure if the water's limited. Like, it'll drain this bit and then eventually it'll run out of water. But yeah, we're on the last 25 of this, which will give us access with steel and bricks to storage Mark 2, which is bigger, so 60 slots instead of 30. A Mark 3 sorter, which is obviously even faster, but we don't really need that right now. Although it does need the propeller things, which we don't have access to. And conveyor belt, which increases the speed. Which again, we don't really need right now, but it'll be handy for later on, when we have like the super smelters and whatnot. But yeah, ideally we need to get to this one to unlock this. Then we need to go down to here to make these. And then obviously got satellite power district, which you can't do anytime soon. But then we need this, which again it seems, I don't know what that thing is, but still But yeah, now it's slowly filling in all the blues using the factory. So this will slowly fill up with reds. We'll put just one more oil refinery just in case it is that. And get that ready. Yeah. So you'd need a storage. Just needs to turn some stone into brick. Because I don't have that on me. But I've got enough steel. And this is going to be like the super storage crate for the reds. So if we thermal has done. So if we say this is the middle, we should probably rotate that around like that. Yeah, and then this will be the output. Ooh, that's big. Alright. So we're bringing out hydrogen and one more of that. So again, it's manually researching and we've got a pretty good system going, so they'll do it on their own. So it's probably going to be like another hour or two when this lot is going to be done, and then we can start working our way towards the death zone. Okay, so it's these three squares here. Right. Where I'm standing, do that. And then verify. And that's going to go for X-ray when it's ready. And then this is going to be picking it up. Then you want a... oh, we get a free thermal power station. Nice. Right now we're not going to hook it up to anything, I don't think. Although we should probably stick it near some... you know what? I'm going to sacrifice... okay, that's maxed out, so we definitely need to take some coal out of there. So if we just take that wind turbine out for now. goes there.
A thermal power station. Such power facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you want it to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
Now obviously it's going to start cribbing this system of making graphite and red cubes, but we don't really need to worry, because if the X-ray cracking does work efficiently over here, we'll be turning this graphite, like this won't be turning into graphite, this whole system will be redone, the same as over there. There we go. So that has got power grid. So now the generate capacity is 7 and it's demanding 8 or 9, but it's going right up. So that's a good system. So at least negate some of the damage caused by our wind turbines. Semiconductors, perfect. Now we've got another 200 to get polymer. Right now we don't have to worry about all of this, because this is our thing. And look, even when we're standing here, it generally doesn't drain enough. Like, we're charging fast, and now we're fully charged. It's running perfectly smooth. Might not be full efficiency, but it's still enough that you can stand in here and let it manually do its thing. So obviously, once we get logistics going, we'll probably optimize the mining facilities. So, like, it smelts here or whatever, and then we can have it as like one big factory area here of super factories, rather than the basic smelters and stuff. Or we can fly out like the bars, and so we just have one area of just like super smelt bars, and then that can be dumped, like sped over here where we're going to be processing it into whatever. But again, we don't really need all of this. But we'll find out later. Yeah, it's 400, so it's like another 600 worth of cubes. We assume each cube is about 20 seconds. It's about 100 minutes, so that's, yeah, it's about 2 hours worth of research before it hits the X-ray. So, I mean, we could try and start optimizing, but we can't really do much until until we get like the thrusters and whatever, we can't really do much anyway. Because to get a tier 3 conveyor belt needs the whizzy thing. So we have to do this one anyway. We're going to need to optimize red first, I think. And yeah, I think for this entire fuel line here, looks like silicon plus deuterium, not deuterium, hydrogen. Like a hydrogen fuel rod. Although that might be steel, the double or titanium. But yeah, this entire thruster, which we need to get up to logistics people, is all red. Like that's 1,600 600, 2,600, 3,000. So we need 3,000 red cubes just to finish off the Thrustly line. Although if we can get that, obviously this is going to be working its little butt off. I'm not sure if the oil is an infinite supply, but depending on what's left, it will just like keep draining. Similar to the water. Yeah, once we get X-ray, in theory, this should be producing graphite and more hydrogen. So essentially it will just be passing the hydrogen through here and pooping out graphite for this oil, which probably isn't, oh, like, we probably need to get this pump going again. You know what? I'm going to make a separate one just for power. It's great now, may as well. Might as well use the same veins and just chop down this bit here. What did you do to check thermal? Freeze 1. Mine machine 1. Got enough conveyor belt. We might want a couple more sorters. Okay, I'll do. So this mining machine is going to go here. This power generator is going to go now. Good. That's technically connected up to the system. Let's create one transmitter. That's not too bad. There we go. So that's going to start sticking the power. So the power load is only just being overrun ever so slightly. Like it's producing 8.8 and it's using up occasionally 9.5. So everything should be running at least 90%, if not 100. And obviously as machines go down, or if we can somehow improve the conversion rates, that's just going to be mining these few little bits to make power. That's all that's for. This is just going to take some extra spares, because obviously we may as well. It's not, it's eating up still nothing. And it's got a backup, so it means burning us underneath. Boom. Just to help speed it up a bit. Actually, let's upgrade reset speed. We need information matrix, which is purple. Yeah, might as well. until we get the things, we can't really do much. So we need to get flight. So to get that, we need giant engine, which requires a mecha core level 2. Mecha core level 2 will shove there. That means we can get trial engine. Okay. Yeah, so we need to upgrade to get to a tier 4 fight. So yeah, that's now needing so that's technically a max like research tower for blues. I'm not sure if water's used for anything other than maybe sulfuric acid, which might need coal. If that's the case, then we're going to have to maybe move a coal or make this thing a sulfuric acid rather than down there, depending on how deep this water is. It's reliable, so yeah. If it is coal for sulfuric acid, then it'll probably be like here or here type thing. This is more for a backup of hydrogen and oil right now. But we're going to have X-ray cracking soon. Meanwhile, all the power is going and draining down to like 50%. But it's not turning off all the machines, which is good. And again, I'll probably try and... I mean, it might be that going forward we'll have to go with like a burnable generator system rather than all these wind farms, unless we can somehow and maybe use the wind farms on a different planet, or use them for like remote areas where you don't want them attached to the main system. Right now, 204 script, we may as well help it out. It's doing about 2 or 3 per. Steel. There we go. Oh, right, yeah. With that extra. Where is it? Right. Put that there. At least for now, this can be research. So this one will be the research automator, at least for now, of Red Cubes, which is the hydrogen fuel thrusters and like the super thrusters. But right now we don't need to worry about it too much. So if this is the limit, which is 30 per second, fair enough. Coal ore is slowly being whittled away. Same for the copper and the iron, but they've got plenty of it to go. So yeah, I think we'll probably go with Jabba 4, which is the ice planet, for the next one. Of each. That's a pretty good start. 160. That'll at least get to about halfway. But yeah, once we get the X-ray, we can hopefully optimize the production of the red. The reds will then give us more research potential, like a bit more optimized. And obviously if that system works, we'll be replacing this graphite production and oil into that. So yeah, we're going to need a double factory here then, to make a factory here and a factory here, because that's how we'll have one factory doing the red research, whereas we'll have the other factory converting this lot into red. Although I might just move this lot down to here and then optimize up here, because essentially if we don't need this graphite and coal anymore, I can technically get rid of all of this and just let the power generators have it. Give it 2 superpower generators and then use this production facility area for like building in. Okay, and it took what side? Okay, so it's the side that's got the tubes on that you can pull out. Which would mean technically if I was optimizing it, it'd be coming down this direction. So I might have to rotate this around, but honestly, if we're overhauling like the entire area, it's not really going to be too much of an issue. We just turn those down for now. from over here out of the way, because then we've essentially got this space here to sort of work on, rather than a huge thing that's covered in wind turbines. That's ready. There we go. Now we just need to wait on the red one, which again, once that's done, we'll hopefully have an optimized production, because oil produces refined oil plus hydrogen, then we're going to reuse 2 of those hydrogen that it produces. Yeah, that makes 2 oil, 1 hydrogen, which means every 2 times it makes oil, it can reuse 1 of that oil. So we're still going to have an excess of oil. So we need to find another web from hydrogen. Maybe there's like an oxygen splitter. I mean, right now I don't see any use of water, except possibly the water, stone, and oil to make sulfuric acid. And then sulfuric acid plus graphite to make the graphene, fair enough. Or we can make the super ice into graphene plus some hydrogen. Oh, that's going to be nice. Yeah, so we're definitely going for the ice planet, because that will give us a nice production of graphene plus hydrogen, which we can use into making deuterium, which makes us the deuterium fuel, which gets us up to proton collectors a lot faster. Oh. So there we go. But yeah, it's coming up at 3 AM now, so I'm probably gonna call it here, or in about 10-15 minutes. Let's check on the research. How long is it going to take? About 15 minutes. Okay, once we finish X-ray cracking, we'll say that is where we want to call it. You know what? I could probably make my own. I should put that away for now. $400. 150. Oh, it's a 2 to 2. 150 should at least get me up to about 200 out of 240. Meanwhile, the other machine can do its thing, and obviously it means that there's more space now for the hydrogen and helium to build up. Everything goes down to about 70% because it's charging me, but we can live with that for now. But yeah, once we finish X-ray cracking, we set up the system and it works, we'll probably call it there. Because then it'll be 2 hours of streaming, it'll be about 3:30 in the morning, and then I can get some food and then do some other things first. But yeah, next time we'll be basically working on our mech to go into space so that we can get to the ice planet to work on that. And we also need to work on getting towards interplanetary logistics, because obviously that's the super conveyor belt, and also the logistics station, and you can use the logistics station to turn out these other guys. These need thrusters, which need to like 4,000 a raid to get all the way up to reinforced thrusters. Although I think it only needs thrusters rather than the super thrusters. I'll have to check. Interplanetary? Yeah, it looks like thrusters, and this is what needs to be interplanetary. So technically we only need to get up to high strength titanium, which again needs yellow. So I think next time's probably going to go into photons and processors. Ooh, 800. Superconductors. Yeah, we'll definitely get superconductors going. But we need to get down to at least here for like a lot of the high range stuff. Yellow. Information, that's purple. Where's the yellow one from? Structure matrix. Oh, there it is. So we need high strength crystal, titanium crystals, and then that goes into yellow, which is titanium crystal. Okay, we definitely need titanium at this point, and the other crystals, which will come out from the crystal processing. Here it is, diamond. That's either diamond ore, it looks like, or graphite. So yeah, diamonds and titanium crystals, which need organic polymer, which is plastic, oil, and water, which we could probably do depending on plastic, oil, and graphite. Okay, so yeah, we could probably make that. Or you can get an organic crystal lane if you can find one, but I don't think we've got that on this planet. And obviously that gets us up to this, which gives us the yellows, which means we can start doing these things. We need pipe colliders as fast as possible. Yeah. Or we need to try and get to this, which yeah. So obviously that would be used for gathering the gases of the gas giant that's still floating around. And it uses up a logistics station. Where's impact? Okay, so this is basically a space elevator to get from planet to space, and then you use space transport, which gets it between the two logistics things in space. And obviously you need this to get power transfer. Vertical launching time. To form nodes and frames. So this is how you make nodes and frames. Okay. So it's possible. This gives you your solar sails, which makes a Dyson swarm. And that's basically just your solar panels, and obviously this launches them up. This receives the power from those swarms, but as you can see at the bottom, it needs the particles, it needs the processors, it needs the blue swirly things at the bottom. And it can basically receive the energy. Then you go up here, you go to this thing. Allows the receiver to graviton and then increase the max output power. Interesting. Unlocks max recipe energy. So I guess that's 2 gravitons to turn into hydrogen and antimatter. And then obviously you get the antimatter containment stuff. And then you can make a fleet star. Mini sun, which produces a crap ton of things, and it costs a small fortune, but it's probably what you need for the high-end production of the universe matrix, which is one of every color plus an antimatter. And then you need 4,000 of that to complete it. And then obviously it's just into free roam building, so you can go do some other things. But yeah, looks like we're out of research material. Let's continue on with them. 109, 50. If we assume it's like 52 sort of thing. There we go. So we're almost done, and then we'll call it there. So I'm gonna. So yeah, next time we're gonna be. Actually, first I want to check that this optimization works. But if this does work, we're definitely gonna call it there. But I just want to make sure. But yeah, next time we'll be optimizing this back to making it into this tiny system instead of having a big system up there. I'll probably. Oh wait, I need water and oil. Right. So yeah, then we're going to be upgrading like the thrusters and whatnot, and trying to get back out into space. You can see in the sky, square 4 and square 1. Factorio will probably like this game as well. Or Satisfactory. Probably slightly closer to Satisfactory in terms of being 3D, but it's and the research. But again, Factorio is kind of the original of the modern version of these. So we're waiting on 20. Apparently my queue's got like 92. So we'll just be producing a lot of energy matrix. We'll stick in pet work. Self-recharge. We don't really need high production anyway at the moment because it's just a time thing now. Well, the blues melts down. From what I understand, it takes about 6 seconds to build one. It's probably about 4 seconds to train one. So I'd say it's going to be 5-10 minutes while it finishes off. Main chemical factory. Obviously we can I mean, if it's the wrong building and we need a chemical factory. Just in case. It's either going to be a refinery, which makes sense that it's basically using a refinery laser but with X-rays instead of plasma, whereas the chemical one is more mix your acids. But we'll find out. Ah, there we go. Got enough red. Actually, if we just dump it in here, because this is technically the output of X-ray cracking. Bingo, X-ray. So this is now going to be cracking hydrogen and oil together to make more hydrogen, and this graphene, and that will come out. So, gonna call it there. So save game. So, yep, gonna call it there, but yeah, thanks for watching. I might do some more streaming in a couple of hours, but I'm still trying to set up other games like RimWorld and things. But yeah, thanks for watching, bye for now.